doing a somewhat full face of L'Oreal is like stepping into a time machine to when I was like 16, 17, 18 years old. I used to be so into this brand, but I definitely kind of ventured away from it. I've been trying a lot of indie, other drugstore brands that change up their ranges a little bit more, that maybe are a little bit more fun, at least to me. But I feel like it is time. Something triggered me and I feel like it is time to kind of like get back into this brand, see what is going on. Have I been missing out? Was I right to kind of like steer clear, or was I missing out? Alright, so when I was younger, I would mostly get like mascaras, I would mostly get lipsticks, I would get some eye products. I had a blush that I was such a big fan of from L'Oreal, and I don't know, there used to be just so many staples from this brand. Now I have like a little bit of a wider range of products that I want to try. By the way, it doesn't seem like they still have many eye products. I didn't see any eyeshadow. I didn't see much in that regard. Like there wasn't basically any eye products, and I know I used to have a lot of eye products from them, but they just kind of like stopped doing that, so it's not a full face. Also, I didn't get a mascara because the last time I tried a L'Oreal mascara, it burned my eyes. Okay, first thing we're gonna try is one of the new L'Oreal Glotion Natural Glow Enhancer Primers. And this is in the shade Light Glow. There's also one that is, I believe, fair, and then there are also two, I think, deeper ones, but I wanted to go with the light because I didn't want it to look too icy. Like I could go for that in the winter, but now I'm a little bit more tan than I am in like winter, spring. And I've been kind of looking at this primer like before. I was kind of intrigued by it because I do like a little bit of a glowy look, but I do have to say that the ingredients in this are not like my favorites. I don't feel like the ingredients are like amazing, because one of the first ingredient is actually like a drying alcohol. So I do want to say that like I am trying it for this video, but personally for me, a product with that kind of ingredient that is a like all over the skin product, like probably I wouldn't wear like every day. It wouldn't be like my go-to. I could like use it once in a while if I like it, but it would not be like my absolute go-to. Okay, this is looking quite natural. I feel like this is making my skin look like slightly glowy, but nothing crazy. I also feel like it evened out my skin tone a little bit, so that is nice. I feel like this is looking quite good. But yeah, I have dry skin, and I don't really want to make it drier with products that I put on. Like, ideally, that wouldn't happen. I do think that right now my skin is looking quite nice. It's not really, like, it's maybe a little tacky, like, but not like a gripping primer, I think. But like, there's a little bit of tech to it. We're gonna see how this is gonna go. I think so far so good. But of course I'm gonna like try a lot of different products in this video, and I feel like I definitely need some more time with them, like combined with products that I already know, to see like what I really think of them. Okay, next up, this one still has the security sticker, but I have been peeling off security stickers, I feel like, for an hour, so I'm just gonna leave this on. The rest I already freed from their security. Alright, so this is the L'Oreal True Match Nude Plumping Tinted Serum. I got shade 2-3 Light, and when I was like looking at the shades in the store, this was the lightest one. I feel like ideally I would get a shade lighter, but also like the drugstore where I went to, it's a small one. It's not one where they have like a lot of space for makeup. And I was like, you know what, we're gonna do it, we're gonna try it. I mean, it is a very like low coverage, so I think I might be able to get away with it, and it might like just work a little bit like as if I've mixed it with bronzer drops. Maybe it can make me look a little bit more tan. Like it kind of matches my arm. I hope it's not gonna look too crazy. Okay, it says it is a hyaluronic acid serum tinted, instantly unifies and brightens, nude radiant finish, hyaluronic acid, plumps skin in an hour, 24-hour hydration. Well, at least it says it's suitable for sensitive skin and for dry skin. We're just gonna try a little bit of this. It has a dropper, which I think is not like the best packaging. Like, I don't love it, but we're just gonna do it. So I'm gonna drop a little bit on the back of my hand, It is very liquidy, like very, very liquidy. It does seem to like match my hand, but yeah, my hand is a lot deeper than my face. I'm gonna work it into the brush and let's see. Okay, yeah, it's definitely a little deeper than my skin, but it doesn't look like too crazy, I think. It is a very light coverage. Goes on feeling very light. Let's just do like one half first. It's definitely not one where you have to like grab only like a tiny, tiny bit. Like it is truly a very light coverage. I just feel like here it's looking a little cakey. It's looking a little cakey. Like it's not sitting like absolutely amazing on my chin. But maybe I should also like just blend it down a little bit. Maybe that will already make it look better. It's a little yellowy for me, I think. I guess it's looking pretty good. But yeah, definitely a bit too dark for me. Like this is with and without. It's subtle, it's very subtle. Okay, let's do the other side. Dropping it on my hand again and working that in. Also, when you work products like this into a brush, it just ends up looking a little bit more natural than when you really like put the dots on your face and then start blending out. So keep in mind that techniques also can change the situation and just how it looks on the skin. By the way, here in the Netherlands, this one is pretty expensive. It was 25 euros. Now in the Netherlands, L'Oreal is on sale like every other week. And then we also have different drugstores where they are sold. You can always find them somewhere with a deal. So I want to pay full price for it, but it was the most expensive foundation there. It was a little crazy. Alright, so I blended it down the neck a little bit, blended on the ears. I feel like when the rest is gonna be on, it's not gonna look too jarring, but it definitely has deepened my skin tone a little bit. I also don't feel like I have the best skin day. Like today my skin is looking a little textured, but I feel like overall this is looking pretty good. It's not looking bad. It has a little bit of radiance to it. It has a little bit of grip to it. I think there's some potential to this, but yeah, maybe a lighter shade would be like ideal. Or maybe probably. Like it's pretty deep, but I feel like it matches my arm like pretty good. But I don't know. I feel like I've worn other foundations that have looked a little less traceable. Like, I don't know what it is, but I can just kind of tell that I'm wearing a foundation. Okay, let's move on. I feel like in a way this product actually set this video in motion. It like planted the seed and then there was something else that triggered me even more and I was like, okay, we're gonna try this brand again. So someone actually advised me in the comments to try the L'Oréal Paris Serum Corrector. It has hyaluronic acid. Once again, they really love to put hyaluronic acid in everything. Yeah, it's a serum-like concealer and I don't know, I feel like those are good for when you have dry under eyes. I have dry under eyes. I was thinking that this was gonna be a little too deep into yellow, but like with this foundation, it might actually work. But I kind of feel like this shade range, I feel like this was the lightest shade I could find. Which one was this? Light, 1R. I don't know, the shade range. Maybe I should check online, but it was not amazing. It was not like totally for me and I'm not even like in my super fair state. Like this is probably as tan as I'm gonna be this year. Okay, let's blend this out. I feel like this concealer is a little bit less radiant than the foundation. A little lighter. But yeah, I don't think this is gonna be my ideal color. And sometimes drugstore brands, they have like wider ranges than you think, but you have to order online. Like they don't make the space for it in the gondola or whatever they have. in store, because they're like, that doesn't sell well, we only want like 3 light shades. And then you have these commercials with like tan or deep skin tones, and you don't even know where to find that stuff. Okay, I don't know how I feel about the way this concealer is sitting on my skin right now. Looking a little dry. It's not looking amazing. But as I said, I am not having like the best skin day. And I do need to like try these products again separately. Yeah, I feel like maybe I should have like taken less, or I don't know. It's looking a little strange. It's not looking too good. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it looks a little like textured. Looks a little heavy. But yeah, since I'm like wearing all new products, to me, like I'm not exactly sure what is going on, why it's not working. Maybe I need a different technique, but I just took a little bit. All right, I don't have any eyeshadow, as I said, and I also don't have a bronzer. There was no bronzer, so I think I'm gonna do that off camera, and then we can continue with the L'Oreal products. All right, this is what the skin is looking like with some bronzer. I feel like overall it's looking like pretty good. I feel like the concealer has kind of like melted into the skin a little bit, and it isn't looking weird anymore now. Like, not really, I think. Maybe a little over here, but overall I think it's looking pretty good. I think that there's some potential to the like skin tint, but right now it's looking just a little heavy in some places. Just with like the texture, it's looking a little heavy. All right, I have some brow products. First up, I grabbed the Infallible Brows 24-Hour Filling Triangle Pencil, and this is in the shade Dark Blonde. And I feel like looking at the like this color, it looked pretty good. It has a spoolie, it has this triangle shaped pencil that I feel is looking pretty good, like a pretty good match with like my hair and brows. I've never tried a triangle shaped pencil. I have seen like the commercials of things, but I thought, you know what, let's try something different. Let's see if this is something that I could get into. Like maybe I'm missing out on the triangle pencils. So yeah, I don't really know how to go about it. Like, I'm guessing like this. Ooh, it's quite pigmented. Ooh, it is very pigmented. It is like very easy to go overboard, but you can also blend it out. But yeah, it's a little bit more of a creamy pencil, I feel. And I personally like a little bit of a drier eyebrow pencil. It's a bit harder to work with if it kind of like goes everywhere. Like, it definitely brings the pigment and the definition. Like, maybe I should also kind of like get used to it, because I'm used to a certain type of brow pen or brow pencil. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the brow gel might have to save this situation. Kind of blending that. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I still have to get used to it, but I feel like it's a little like pigmented, and it's just quite a chubby pencil, and it's not that precise, but I will keep like practicing and report back to you. Then I got the Infallible Brows 24-Hour Volumizing Eyebrow Mascara. Volumizing sounds really nice. This is in light brunette. Like, the cap of it does look kind of scary, a little like dark, but the actual color of it, I think, might work for me. It's a little strange. This brush is a very strange brush. Like, it's totally flat on one end, and then it's really like spiky, but in different lengths of spikes. So let's see if I like this spiky brow gel. Why is there a hair here? Does seem like the type of brow gel where you kind of have to be careful, because it's very like pigmented and liquidy, and it's like this strange brush. Yeah, definitely have to get used to that. Oh no. This is a test. Like, can I save my brows when I make a mistake? Like I always do something to kind of mess up my brows. Like, I am very messy when I do my brows. Let's see if I can save this. That's looking very messy. But it's feeling quite like a strong eyebrow gel. Like, okay, I'm gonna take some off and use a little bit more. Okay, let's do the other side and hope for the best. It's just very liquidy and very pigmented, and the brush is not super precise. Like some eyebrow brushes are really for like thick brows, and I do have a lot of brow hairs, like I have pretty full brows, but they're not like super thick. I feel like this is a little too messy for me too quickly, but I do like the strength so far, but I feel like I'm looking a little crazy. I also don't feel like this is very like light brown. I feel like this is a pretty deep brow. This one is looking a little better than this one, but I feel like it's a little hard to use. It's a little difficult. Is this the best my brows have looked? No. Is it terrible? Also no. Like, I do like how glued this is to my face. So maybe this is the kind of brow gel that I have to be careful with at first and kind of like have to get used to. And then maybe once it's a little less like new and fresh, it will be easy to use. I don't know, but like the whole of this, it feels very, very strong. Next up, I bought a blush, and I kind of feel like this might be the blush that I had when I was 16 years old. Like, it looks kind of similar. By the way, there's also no highlighter from L'Oreal in the Netherlands. I feel like I kind of wanted to like save some money on products that weren't really selling well for them, so they really stuck to kind of like the best sellers, and the rest they were like, just take it all away. Don't put effort into that, and then we can just like sell the mascaras and the brow mascaras and like the foundations. So this is L'Oreal Le Blush, and this is in Luminous Rose. It is a rosy shade. It has like this compartment for the little brush. Very typical. I would never use it, but apparently people use it and love it. I don't know. It's very glittery. Like, there is a glitter. I don't know if it's an overspray. I kind of don't think so, because I swatched it and there's still glitter. And when I swatched it, it looked pretty glittery. So if I'd known that, maybe I would have grabbed another shade. I don't know if I'm gonna like this, because it does seem like kind of like glitter chunks. It seems a little like it's gonna be visible, like visible glitter on the skin, which I find interesting for a brand like L'Oreal. I hope I'm gonna like this. So mainly applying this on the apples. Maybe it might still be kind of cute, but yeah, definitely a glittery blush. Like, you don't need a highlighter. It blends out really nicely. It doesn't look dry, so that's nice. Because it's quite a powdery looking and feeling blush. But it does blend nicely on the skin. Like, when you swatch it and when you look at it, you're like, a little powdery. Okay, I think I kind of like this blush more than I was expecting. I feel like quite pretty. Like, there's a shimmer in it, but I feel like it kind of works strangely enough, because I don't like shimmery blushes in this way. Like, I like glowy blushes. I like glossy blushes. But I feel like the shimmer is kind of like small enough and consistent enough throughout the blush that it kind of looks good. Like, not like those shimmer specks, those individual shimmer specks, but it is a shimmery blush. But yeah, I don't know, I think it looks kind of pretty. Is this coming together? Sort of, kind of. And what we are now left with for the rest of this video is lip products. They do have a lot of lip products. They do have a lot of options, quite some shades. And I saw like a promo shot, a picture of a model wearing this lipstick, and I was like, maybe I want to try that. It's looking good. So this is one of their Color Reach Nude Intense lipsticks, and this is in 601 Worth It. And this is kind of like a shiny lipstick, but not super shiny, and it's kind of like in this warm pink shade. And I thought, that looks nice. That looks nice. I don't know, I was intrigued. If you know me, I love lip products. I mean, lip products just get me very excited. I love trying out new lip products, doing lip swatch videos. I also got this lip liner. This is the Color Riche lip liner, and this is in shade Crystal Cappuccino 362. And I kind of want to combine these. I think, yeah, I'm gonna combine these. I'm gonna first apply the lip liner. And this is a very interesting wooden lip liner. It is not super creamy, but quite precise. I think that is looking pretty good. It kind of does have that typical L'Oreal lipstick scent, if you know what I mean. Like, you don't feel like nowadays our lipsticks are still all smelling so bad. Like, I smelled all these lipsticks and not all of them smell like that, but all L'Oreal lipsticks used to smell very bad to me, like very plasticky, very old lady plastic. I don't know how to do it. I think this is a really nice formula. It's really more of a like slightly drier formula, but that makes it very precise. I also really like the color that this has. It is kind of like a mauve-y neutral shade. We're gonna see like how this is gonna last. Well, not today, but I'm gonna try out how long this is gonna last because I have so many more lip products to try. But yeah, so far so good. If you like a little bit more of a drier lip liner formula, this could be nice. And the packaging of this one does feel a little bit cheapy. It's very interesting. It's very like boxy, square. All right, let's get into the Color Riche Nude Intense 601 lipstick. I used to have so many Color Riche lipsticks. My mom also used to have them. Like, I was pretty into these and it's been a while, and this is not looking like they used to, like this satin kind of line. I don't think I've tried before. They used to be more like shimmery shades, but now we have more like satin shades. So let's try this one out. It's kind of like this warm nudie pink. It smells a little florally, but not in a way that I'm like, I hate it. I kind of don't mind it. It feels very creamy. It feels like a cream lipstick. It doesn't feel like truly a satin lipstick in a way. Like, it feels quite creamy. It looks quite nice and smooth. I'm gonna just add just a little here. I don't know. I am kind of liking this. I feel like this is looking pretty good. And I have been scared to try new L'Oreal lip products for so many years because I hated this scent before, but I feel like this is not too bad, even though it is kind of florally. I like it. It feels good. Like, I like this look like this. Alright, next lip product that I want to try for this video. I have heard so many people liking these lip products and I was just like, I'm not sure. I don't know if they have the right shade, but I don't know. I'm into sheer shiny lipsticks and I haven't tried these yet, and now I feel like it is time. Like 5 years ago, I don't know, I wasn't ready to try this for some reason. So these are the Glow Paradise lipsticks, and I got shade 193 Rose Mirage. It is quite a like slightly bright rosy shade. I think at the time I just wanted like a very nude shade. I couldn't find the exact shade that I wanted, but I was like, let's just do it, let's go for it. It smells, I guess, fine. Like, nothing too crazy. Okay, let's try. It feels very balmy, not super like gloopy or thick. Yeah, I don't know. It has something kind of like tinted lip balm about it. Like, you can build it up a little. But yeah, it's kind of like a sheer balmy, slightly glowy lipstick. It's cute. But it's like, it's thin, it feels balmy. It has a balmy vibe to it. Like, it's not a gloss in a stick. It's a balm with a little bit more, like a tinted balm with a little bit more shine. It's very thin. I think for me, this wouldn't be my favorite formula because I don't like lip products, like sheer shiny lip products or like tinted balms that are too thin. Like, I want a little bit of substance to it. I want to feel like it's gonna like stay on the lips. I do like the look of it. I think it's looking pretty cute. I think I would wear it again, but it is very thin and it's just not what I go for. Like, I want to feel it on my lips because I do have dry lips and I want something to kind of like moisturize it if it's this type of product. And then next, the last bullet lipstick for this video, but we have 2 liquid lipsticks after this. This is the Volume Matte Intense Lipstick in 633 Rosy Confident, and this is a rosy shade. This is supposed to last pretty long, I think. I believe this is supposed to be like a long wearing lipstick, but when I swatched it, it swatched pretty like creamy. So is it gonna be like a creamy lipstick that kind of sets down? It's kind of what I'm feeling. And this is another rosy shade. That's my comfort zone. And if I try to judge like lip products, I try to buy in my comfort zone because then I can really judge the formula. I try to buy a color that I like, and I just like rosy shades. So it's a little of a lighter rose. Very creamy. And definitely a matte. This one doesn't have that like terrible smell, but it does have a little bit of a florally perfume, but it is not like the OG L'Oreal. I'm kind of thinking, do they still have that, or did they just like change that completely? This is a cute shade. It is quite light. I would wear it with a bit of a lip liner, but it feels very comfortable. It looks matte. It's really like this comfort matte. I am interested to see how long this would wear. I think it's looking quite nice. I think it's a nice shade. I would definitely wear this, and I'm really curious how this is gonna last. How is this gonna last throughout the day? Is it gonna stay feeling this creamy and comfortable, or is it gonna like dry down a little bit, dry out a little bit? Like that's really gonna determine my review of this, but like the first impression is really good. Like this is a really nice looking and feeling lipstick. Right, then the first liquid lipstick of this video is gonna be also a kind of newer one, I believe, in the range. This is the Matte Resistance liquid lipstick in 230 Shopping Spree. This is a little bit of a like rosy red, rosy shade, like a red with a little bit of something soft. And this is a type of shade that I love when it comes to reds, like a little bit of a like muted, softer red. And I'm very curious as well with this one how long it's gonna last, because sometimes it's just difficult to find long-lasting lip products that are actually comfortable. So if this is one of them, I'm gonna be very excited. All right, let's apply. It smells, it has a pretty strong lipsticky smell. Like they were going for vanilla maybe, but it has an interesting something to it. It's feeling very soft, looking very matte. Alright, the application is a little off, but we're just gonna ignore it because I'm gonna be taking this off in like half a minute. Feels sticky. It is sticky. Like, do you see that? That's very sticky. That's not very comfortable. I'm gonna wait a little bit just to see if the stickiness lessens a bit. Like usually sticky lip products, they wear very long because the stickiness, it grips onto your lips. I am feeling like this is gonna be long wearing, but like if it's really sticky, it's also gonna be like a sensory nightmare. Okay, let's do a kiss test. Like pretty good in the transfer department. I think this is a type of formula that you kind of want to put a bit of a balm on top because it's very sticky. I don't think this is gonna be a huge success. It just feels very sticky still. The color is really nice. I would apply a gloss on top. Yeah, I feel like this is gonna be a great formula to put something on top. Like a sticky liquid lipstick is so good to wear under a like balmy, liquidy lip gloss product, but I feel like on its own, it's just not very comfortable. My lips feel raw from taking that one off. Like they feel not so good. Okay, we're not gonna judge the last lipstick too harshly. This is actually a product that I've tried so many years, like 10 years ago I had one of these and I don't really remember if I liked it, if it was like a good formula. I think I like the shade, but I don't really remember actually wearing it. So this is one of those 2-in-1 long-lasting liquid lipsticks called the Infallible 24-Hour Lipstick. I don't know if they've changed anything about this formula, like what has happened in the past like 10 years, but we're just gonna try it. So this shade is 804 Metro Proof Rose. A very interesting name. Like, when is a rose not Metro Proof? Or like a lipstick not Metro Proof? Like, what does it mean? Like, can you go into the city in this? Can you go downtown? We're gonna first apply the colored side, of course. I hope it's gonna be nice. But it's gonna be sticky at first. Alright, gotta wait for that to dry. It's quite a nice shade. It's looking a little glossy. It is very sticky indeed. And then we have a balm. In my memory, this balm really it really got a little like dirty, got a little messy, but let's see. I feel like the balm is just not like balmy enough. And if you drag it over the lips, then you drag like pieces of lipstick with you. So I'm gonna dab it on. The balm is quite a floral scent to it actually. Okay, I feel like this is looking and feeling pretty good. And once there's a little balm on, you can like glide over the lips a little more. That's lifting up. That's lifting up a little bit over here. That's not good. Why is it lifting up? Like, it's just like lifting up right over here. It's feeling quite nice besides that. Okay, it might just be that this is like the 6th, I don't know, lipstick I've tried today. It might be that. Let's hope it's that, because I was really looking forward to liking this. I just applied a little more and let's just see how that dries. Alright, I feel like that fixed the issue, and if there's not truly an issue, like this is feeling very good. I'm gonna see how this is gonna wear because I really like the shade. And I do love to have the option of like a very long wearing lipstick. Like when I do this now, oh no, it's lifting again. It's lifting again. It's disappearing again from my lips. Okay, something isn't going right here. I'm gonna get to the bottom of it and I will be updating you on these products probably in like a month or two. Like, I need to know what's going on here. This is not looking good. Alright, this is gonna be the finished look for the video. I feel like a lot happened, a lot of products, a lot of new things. Overall, I feel like I tried some good things, but I don't know if I've tried any new favorites. Like, I did like this lipstick, the Intense Volume Matte. That one was nice. This liquid lipstick was super sticky. This one isn't staying on my lips. Supposed to be like 24-hour wear. This one is very thin. This one was nice. I did like this one in the color Rouge Nude Intense. Like, it's just a like classic satin creamy lipstick, but it does what it's supposed to do. Like, nothing wrong with that. So that might still become something. The brow gel has a great hold, but it's a little messy, and the color of this is quite deep on me, and it's supposed to be like a light brown. The Glotion, quite light, but it is quite subtle. It was not a crazy difference. The True Match is looking quite good right now, but I feel like this is not my perfect shade. I feel like it's looking quite okay because the foundation match is also a little darker, but like this is the lightest shade that I could find. So I'm guessing that's not really gonna work in the winter. The foundation I feel like is looking a little heavy on my chin, and I just want something that is basically untraceable. I want my skin to look smoother without it looking very makeupy or cakey, and I know it's possible, and I know that other brands have done it, and this one hasn't done it for me. I find so far the eyebrow like teardrop shape a little difficult to use, just a little difficult. It was a little bit of a struggle. The blush, I don't know, I kind of like it. It's a pinky blush with kind of like a silver sheen, and I feel like for it being glittery, it's actually looking quite nice and smooth. I think I would use this one again for sure. Don't know if it's gonna be like a favorite, but I feel like it's looking quite flattering. And then actually the lip liner. I feel like there's hope with this lip liner. Like, this was like feeling pretty good. Alright, was I really missing out on L'Oreal? I kind of feel like I'm not totally convinced. If there's anything I'm missing here, please let me know. But I think think I'm pretty good for a while. Alright, this is gonna be everything for today's video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye bye!